A boy woke up from his sleep and suddenly saw that his father was preparing to jump off the rooftop to commit suicide. The boy quickly ran upstairs, begged his father to come down, and tried to explain that giving up like this was not the right thing to do. However, his father had accumulated a huge amount of debt from gambling and his stone trading business. On top of that, the boy's mother was hospitalized and needed several $100,000 in medical expenses. The father felt that he had no face left to live and believed death was his only option. At that very moment, the boy was shocked too, realized that he could see inside the stones his father had brought home. Inside an ordinary-looking stone, he saw an extremely valuable Imperial Green Emerald Jade worth several million. The boy immediately persuaded his father to come down and told him what was hidden inside the stone. At first, the father refused to believe him, thinking the boy was lying just to stop him. The boy confidently said, "If no jade comes out after cutting the stone, then you can do whatever you want." Seeing his son's confidence, the father decided to give it a try. The father and son went to a stone cutting workshop together, but the stone cutter took one look at the stone and said it was trash and not worth wasting time on. The boy challenged him if a valuable gemstone came out of the stone, the cutter would have to apologize publicly, but if nothing came out, the boy would pay him 1 million. Hearing about the money, the cutter agreed. The cutting began. After the first 2 cuts, nothing appeared. Then the boy took over the cutting himself. In fact, the boy was in his previous life, he had been a master at identifying and cutting stones. This time, under his hands, not only green jade emerged from the stone, but an extremely rare red glass species. Everyone present was stunned, and people immediately began bargaining to buy it. Although many offered lower prices, one powerful businessman, seeing its true quality, directly offered 2.5 million. The boy sold the stone at that price. After receiving the money, the father and son rushed to the hospital to pay for the mother's treatment. When they arrived, they saw nurses trying to force the mother out of the private room because the bill had not been paid. Enraged, the father threw bundles of cash at the selfish nurses and demanded that his wife be returned to the room immediately. Seeing the money, the nurses quickly changed their attitude and got to work. After that, the boy used his special vision to examine his mother's medical reports. He realized that his mother did not have cancer at all, it was only a simple inflammation. He called the doctor and demanded an explanation for the false report. When the doctor questioned the nurse, she confessed that she had fabricated the report out of greed. Furious, the doctor called the police, had the nurse arrested, and apologized to the family. Just then, the big businessman called again and invited them to a grand auction. When the father and son arrived, everyone mocked the child for being so young, but the boy ignored them and focused on a neglected stone lying nearby. He realized that this stone was worth at least 1 billion. He told the businessman to buy it, but everyone laughed and said, "There's nothing inside this broken stone."